Continuing Pele Yoetz, we are up to the entry of Ahdut. Ahdut is unity. Unity amongst Hashem's people. Ahdut hu amud agdola litikun olam kayim kol davar. Unity is an essential pillar of civilization, rectification of the world, and is necessary to uphold any endeavor, any mission you want to accomplish. You need to have Ahdut. Ruach hamakon hameod medavar zeh. Hashem is very pleased, greatly pleased when people have Ahdut. Ad shemrur b'tenu zirachon l'recha til chazal skazal pasuk vehu be'ehad ehad lo ne'emar ela be'ehad. Hashem prizes unity so greatly, so much so the sages tell us in Iyov, the pasuk says he is unique. It doesn't say that he is ehad, rather he is ve'echad, meaning he is in one. Meaning, where is Hashem? Hashem is be'ehad. Wherever there is ehad, wherever there is unity, Hashem is there. And the Shekhinah is there, and the blessing is there. And therefore, we have to know that if we want the bracha and atzlacha, we need to have unity. As the sages tell us in the pasuk, in Hosea, in Perek Dalet, Chavur atzabim Ephraim anachlo. Ephraim is attached to idols, so you would think maybe he should be destroyed. Hashem says, no, let him be. Why? Afilu of zara, even if they worship idols, kishem ba'ahdud, when they are in peace and unity with each other, and midat adin yechola lishlot bahem. Midrash Tanchuma says the attribute of strict justice cannot rule over them, even if they're doing the biggest embarrassment and biggest sin to Hashem, avodah zarah. Still, Hashem says, because they have ahdut, I have to judge them more leniently, with mercy and not with judgment. We know that the generation of dispersion, he did not punish them as the same as the generation of the flood. Hashem brought the flood to Noah's generation. The generation who made the Tower of Babel, he did not destroy them the same way. He had mercy on them. Why? Because the pasuk says, "Hen amehad ve'safa echad lekulam," because it says they were united, one language for all. Therefore, Hashem says, because they were together, so I'm not going to punish them the same. And what did he have to do to destroy them? The pasuk says, "Hava nirdav nevla sham shfatam." Hashem said, let us go and mix up their language. He had to mix up their language. They had no ahdut, right? The guy told his friend, give me a hammer. So he says to him, what? You said my mother is this? And he goes and he smacks him on the head with the hammer. So Hashem made it that their languages got mixed up and they were not by ahdut, and only then he was able to punish them. So you see how much protection ahdut makes for the entire klal, entire group. So therefore he says, how do you practically make ahdut? So he says, a person has to know, if you want something to last, it cannot be that everybody will have their own opinion. Rather, everybody has to have the same mind. Kulam ba'aguda ahad. Everybody has to be bundled together. No winds of change can go and break down when they're together as a bundle. But if but this one says like that, and this one says like this, everybody wants to be in front. So then what? Then everyone says, my way is the triumph, only my way works. Then what? And then Chaz v'Shalom will be factions within factions, and only destruction will come. So therefore, a person has to make sure that if you want something to grow, obviously, we're speaking more about not when people are saying against Torah and people are saying for Torah. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, let's say you have a company with partners, you have some mission that you want to accomplish. It's just logistics. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's just logistics or stylistic things. Person has to know, if you want to be successful, everybody has to have a ahdut in a company. Your employees have to be on the same page. You have to have team building events. You have to have everybody understanding that we all have to have the same vision, and it's not about me versus you, it's about our group. How do we, we play basketball, have this issue all the time, right? You have this guy, he messed up, and the other guy goes and sits on his head and says, hey, you messed up, it's your fault, da, 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 da. That doesn't help for the group. We're not going to be a better team now. We're going to say, we have to work on this, we have to be together, we have to improve on this, and give a vision of how to become closer and not just take it personal and go against each other. So therefore, when you do that, Chaz v'Shalom, it will become a big fa'esh, lahevet shalhevet, a destructive fire. So therefore, all evils follow after this lack of ahdut, as the sages tell us, mashal. that לא אגודה, אפילו אם יקשה קנים, כל זמן שהם קשורים יחד, אפילו גיבור שבגיבורים, אין יכול לשבור אותם. If you take a bundle, even of reeds, simple reeds that you could break each one easily, but you take a bundle, you put it together, it's hard to break, right? They say there's a famous test they do for the bodybuilders. They say if you take one page to the yellow pages, it's very easy to rip. When you rip a whole book of yellow pages, it's impossible. Only the strongest men can rip a yellow book pages in half. So you see, when you're together, even though each one's weak, but the fact that they're together, even the giburim should be gurim, it's very hard for them to destroy it. So therefore, a person has to make sure to go and be humble and try to make the best thing is always to make a compromise. That's to meet in the middle. And he says, so let's say you want to be a leader and you want to make a group and make everyone have achdut. What should you do? He says, when you want to make in the city a big takana, let's say you want everybody to accomplish one certain vision and do good, what should you do? The person shouldn't speak to everyone at once for his proposal. What should he do? He should go one by one. Hey, you, listen, I have an idea, let's do this. Okay, yeah, you're right, I'm with you. Okay, then you go to this one, you say, hey, listen, I have an idea. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. And you do this to a bunch of people together, and then you get everyone in the room together after you spoke out the little things with each person. Then everyone's going to be on the same page because they already spoke to you and spoke their heart out, and then you convinced them. So now it's going to be together. But as opposed to if you have 50 people yelling at you once and try to convince everybody at once, he says, what's the mashal? It's like taking a stack of walnuts and trying to crack all the walnuts at once. It's very hard, but if you take one by one, it's easy to do. But if you try to break the whole walnuts at once, all in a bag, it's very, very difficult. So therefore, a person has to know this is only when it's going to do something that's all permitted. Everyone's discussing about something that's permitted. But if somebody is talking about going against the Torah, so there, Haz v'shalom, Rabbi Yossi Omer, Me'olam lo avarti al divrei haverai. Rabbi Yossi says, I never disobeyed the words of my colleagues. Yodea v'ani b'atzmi she'eni kohen. For example, I know myself, I'm not a kohen. But if my colleagues would say, go up to the platform and where the Kohanim say the priestly blessing, I will go up. What? Meaning, even though it's not what he believes himself, but what? If they tell me I am a Kohen, right, and he was instructed by the majority, he would not refrain from doing so. And therefore, that's why he says it's very important that a person should go to follow the majority. He shouldn't always try to give in. But he says at the end of the day, don't be like Korach. He says, don't be like Korach, that what? That for the sake of doing whatever he wants, going against the grain and going against the leaders and going against because of what he wanted, that is a very big mistake. And he says that Haz v'shalom is ki oseh zot b'shem mesita mediach hikareh. So one who does this is an enticer, leads the ones astray, and they go against. They say, let's make a rebel group, let's make our own thing. Who says they're right? Let's go against the grain. One must use this method only in the ways of truth. If you're going to use this method of convincing people one by one, you could be like Avshalom, Haz v'shalom, where he used David HaMelech's paper that he gave him. He said to his father, Abba, I need people to help me. Can you write a paper that any two people I stop, they have to help me? He said, yeah. He took this paper, he went to two people, and then he went another two people, another two people, another two people, another two people. He played everybody, and he made his own Republican Party, and he said, oh, I'm rebelling against David HaMelech, I'm my own king. I made my own kingdom now. And what? A person, Haz v'shalom, can use these methods for bad. And obviously the Pele was talking about only for the emet. A person has to know that he has guidance, he has a rabbi, he knows he's doing something right, and only then he can use these methods to make everybody under his wing. But obviously, Haz v'shalom, a person should not go and use these methods for evil. We should also to be able to make ahdut, and to be able to be forgiving and compromise and not follow our ego, rather follow the word of Hashem. Baruch Nayolam.